It's like
What you are about to witness is something glorious and amazing. You are about to witness liberal tears for the next 4 years.
Oh my God,
What the hell happened?
What happened?
What you are about to witness is something glorious and amazing. You are about to witness liberal tears for the next 4 years.
oh my God, I cannot believe that this orange man with a horrible toupee became president again. That's it. I am moving to Canada.
I don't know who that man was, but damn, she ugly and I can't even see.
I'm Donnie J. Trump, and I approve this message. Oh, and Whoopi, you're fired. Get out of this country. We are about to do some huge things, some massive, really massive things. That's what she said. Welcome to the locker room.
We are in. I apologize. We have a storm coming through. My internet is shoddy right now because I'm in the Marco camp where when weather comes through, we don't have sunshine like California people.
Oh, it's been beautiful. Hey, at least you don't have a small peepee like I do, according to Shelby GT40.
Itty bitty.
It's the smallest. Guys. It's the smallest.
Okay.
Itty bitty peepee bitty.
Hey, it may be short, but it's thin.
It may be short, but it's built like a fucking tuna can. I'll tear that shit up.
Hold on. I know. Can I just tell you, tonight has been one of the weirdest nights in the history of war stories in my entire life.
Please tell, because Marco and I missed war stories today. So.
Should I start with just unscripted, not unscripted, but just non-descriptive texts that you sent me?
I mean, take it from the beginning. If that's the beginning,
let me start this way. So we had an episode earlier today, and it will not air in like two, maybe 3 weeks from now. Right? It'll come out.
Okay.
Right. Because we're trying to be ahead of our episodes as opposed to being right on the money or maybe a week behind.
Sure.
So anyway, we have this guest booked, last minute reschedule. Okay. We get into the podcast and he has this bio that's been sent to us.
Okay.
How it ends up in the thread where we're supposed to read it and know this is who we're supposed to be interviewing. It's the guy's name, but it is not him.
Did you get catfish?
Email.
And he starts saying, What are you talking about? That's not me. That's not me. And I'm like, okay, well, who are you? And he starts to tell us who he is.
Okay.
And we finished the episode.
Okay.
And I'm going to say I tried to be polite.
Okay.
This is the first time I almost came unglued on a guest.
Oh.
Was there liquor involved?
No, not yet.
Your internet cut out. It sounded like you said
you
almost came on a guest.
Came unglued. Yeah. So we finished the episode. We researched who this. We stopped. We said, hold on. We don't know who we just interviewed. So time out.
Boy, oh boy, was that interesting.
And then we Googled this person. And then we actually recorded a special beginning intro disclaimer. And we were letting the episode air. And then we have Chuck and I spending another 5 or 10 minutes afterwards discussing our thoughts of the podcast after we had actually did a little bit of a Google search on this person.
I'm going to go on this podcast on the second one. I want to debrief this with you guys. I'm so interested. I want to debrief this.
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
He goes at one point. He goes, "Did you guys do this, bruh?" And I'm all, "Yeah, every week, bruh."
Was there a lot of bruh?
Yeah. There was only two, but it was very pointed. I'm trying to be nice, but guys, I told Chuck, I said, there's two worlds. One where this never airs because I don't want
You don't want to a stain on horse stores. Where's this guy from?
I don't want to say because he asked us to edit out the state that he was from for whatever reason.
Oh, my bad.
Chuck just dropped it. It's okay.
Yeah, Chuck dropped it. I didn't repeat it. You can go in there.
I covered it over. I'm hoping there's
he
no.
dropped that real quick. He's like,
Yeah, I was going to say you can go back in and edit it, but we're live, so that happened.
We're live.
But would the discerning listener be able to guesstimate where this guy is from based on how he
Yes.
Okay.
Was this person
a fake accent?
Okay.
Was this person was this person actually in the service or
Law enforcement.
law enforcement? Okay. Just check. Yo, like you said, like, well, you guys said you thought you were getting this,
Mhm.
right? And then you got this, right?
Right.
It's like saying,
stuck it out.
right. It's like saying, hey, we're gonna go see this movie, and then you get there and it winds up
Now-
being like the Muppet version of that movie.
Now, Chuck,
You know,
after all that lead up, you can read the text message thread. This started 12 minutes into recording it. Like we've done our little bullshit banter.
Right.
We started figuring out that this guy, he finally was like, whoa, that's not me. We're like, what? We get through the point. It'll be edited out. You won't hear all that.
So who sent you guys the bio?
Dylan copied and pasted everything.
Yeah. So we don't know if he gave out like fake BS.
We don't know because
or-
Dylan cannot find an email where the information is different. Like he can't find an email thread. Right.
Ooh, that's
That's suspect. I think you guys got catfished.
No. This guy is who he says he is.
Yeah.
He is 100% who he says he is.
I
But
still
who
have
he
his
said
page
he
pulled up.
is, and who we thought he was when we started. So
So basically,
we
we're
are going to talk about the election, but good night.
we're like 12 minutes into this thing, maybe 15. I don't know. It was really like the very beginning, and I look at my phone because it's going off, and it's you can leave this guy. I can't stand him. And then a couple minutes later, get him to tell a story, and then he keeps going, and this is when he starts, kind of like bad mouthing some shit, and he goes, "I fucking hate this guy." and then we try to ask him some more questions, and he goes, he dodged the question again, and then he goes again, and then he goes, fuck it, let's get his dedication and let him plug, and then we can just discuss with him about him for a minute after he's gone. And I'm like, like the whole time I'm like,
hey, was he trying to
rough?
Was he trying to promote booty sweat like Tropic Thunder?
I would have been more comfortable if we were talking about booty sweat the entire episode.
Okay.
Let me tell you, Mark, I've never met a more
wait.
confident. I've never met a man more confident that he could single-handedly fix everything that's wrong with law enforcement globally. Than this
he's
man.
one of those guys. Okay.
Okay, I see.
Yes.
Chuck, I want a mustache, rude ass. You call me
Ride. Oh, rude.
Rude ass.
Somehow the typo works.
Rude.
The typo works. I
like it. Okay. So we got a lot to get into because we had some election night shenanigans. We convened an early episode. And ladies and gentlemen, the red team had a decisive victory over the blue team.
Yeah.
Go sports.
Go Washington. What was it? Somebody told me this election was the Patriots versus the Steelers.
yeah, that tracks. Yeah, for sure.
Anyway,
Man.
but what has been interesting is the amount of people that were like, "Well, see, now that we've lost, we are going to accept it, and we're not going to cause the same problems on January 6th that you." And yet, it seems that the left has lost their collective mind on the internet in a very different way. And so we're going to talk about some of the post-elections. People are watching Trump's cabinet picks like the NFL draft. So there's that. We've just got some things to discuss. So we'll just jump right into it. Welcome to the Locker Room. I'm Tom.
I'm Matthew.
I'm Chuck.
I have no idea what I'm doing here.
Holy crap, boys. That was a terrible, terrible experience tonight, and I don't ever want to go through that again.
I'm sad that I missed it.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
Matt.
Yes.
I was thinking about this the other day. I was talking to one of our friends / listeners.
Okay.
And he brought up to me, he's like, do you remember when you did not, like when you started the whole shtick about not saying your name, introducing and saying something random in the intro?
Yeah.
Yes.
I said no.
That was
like,
way,
no.
way back. Yes.
That was.
You don't remember that?
Was it part of the nostalgia days?
Yes.
Is that
Oh
what it
yeah.
was?
Yeah.
Okay.
We would play a clip of the show completely out of context.
Right.
And then the intro would start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was back
Anyway.
when we were using stage names.
Yeah, we didn't use our real
Right.
names.
Right. The identity has been changed to protect the innocent. I understand.
Yes.
Or the not so innocent.
Yeah.
Hey Chuck, love your hat.
Thanks.
Got it.
So tonight we have quite a few things to cover. Not the least of which is the public internet meltdown post-election.
Glorious.
It's been very interesting.
It's better than round one, really.
I think it tracks.
The sequel.
No,
the
we're not
sequel
saying it
is
doesn't
so
track.
much
It's
better.
just been impressive.
I think it
I
tracks.
saw one. From the first election, there's the thing with the beanie and the glasses with the screaming that became a meme, right? Somebody took that. Yeah, somebody took that and put original, and then the black chick in the car doing the same thing, losing her shit, and then put Disney remake on it. And I was like, oh, mwah, beautiful.
Yes.
Glorious.
Oh, that shit's hilarious.
Glorious. Yes, they're losing their shit.
And
And they're calling for recounts. They're calling for recounts. Their election tonight.
Well, of course they would. And here's the thing: I don't blame them.
Steelers.
Right?
Yeah,
I
because
want
it's like
people to
there's a
understand
landslide.
Yeah, but I want people to understand something. Like I said this to another friend of mine. I said, you understand that? Like, have you seen Blue-Anon? Did you see this?
No.
Blue-Anon?
Blue-Anon?
Like glue?
Oh,
Not glue,
Like
blue.
shit made out of
Right.
horses?
You guys, just give me a minute. You guys discuss some of the meltdowns you've seen on the internet. Well, I look up Blue-Anon because I was not prepared for the fact that you hadn't seen it, and I didn't have it queued up. So
I think
let's
he was
talk
saying,
about-
Chuck. I think he's saying like bao, like the bao buns. You know what I'm saying? Like the delicious treat bao. Anon.
Ooh, those
I
are
think this
those
is
like little
the little
meat-filled
steam,
pastries.
Yeah,
Asian ones?
the Vietnamese steamed dumpling guys. Yeah, those are good. I do
Well,
love
you know
them.
what's an interesting little tidbit of information. Remember about 6-7 years ago, the left side of the aisle was wanted to do away with the electoral college, and they wanted to do the popular vote thing, and their states signed that and everything. If
Right.
that was in effect this election, with Trump winning the percentage of the popular vote, the electoral map of like whatever like votes he would have got based on the popular vote, Kamala Harris only would have won 4 states: Vermont, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and Connecticut.
Fuck.
Because the popular vote went to Trump in literally every other state.
Wow.
So
What does
Yeah.
that tell you about our fucking
it tells
country?
you again that one side stopped the other side from being complete idiots. Like if they would have enacted that,
did they
it would have been.
Did they?
I mean, look, it would have been Trump would have got 520 electoral votes, and Harris would have got 18. Like it would have been even worse.
Wow.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I have a friend. Well, there've been the talk has been people taking work off.
Oh yeah.
Right, and you heard of
I personally know someone through someone else that took the day off after the election because they were, quote, grieving.
Oh, can I say something real quick?
Sure, yeah.
The left was putting up little black squares, like blacking out their photo for their profile and putting
Yeah.
up black squares because they were in a day of mourning.
I thought
Okay.
that was BLM. BLM already took that. You can't do that. Do something
No,
else.
but they did it
Color.
again for this election,
That-
showing
no,
that they're
that
in a day
already
of
been done.
mourning.
Already
So
been done.
here's the thing. But I did want to say
Oh,
that this
silly.
is why I understand. Because as frustrated as I was and as many questions as I had, and I had this conversation with somebody, I said, look, after the last election, I woke up, I went to bed thinking one person had won the election. And I woke up the next morning hearing that, oh, hey, while you were asleep, we found a bunch of votes and he totally lost.
Yeah.
In an election where people were already concerned about voting like by mail, online. It was the COVID year. People were suspicious, right?
Yeah.
To say the least. Okay. And so I felt like people who asked for extra transparency in the counting and recount process to say, hey, wait a minute. Like, just show us that this is legitimate, right? That was not an unreasonable ask. Now, was everything surrounding that unreasonable or reasonable? Well, it all depends on who you ask, right? And what they were asking for. But I do understand people's needs. However, then we ended up with other things that we that got into after COVID, and they start with the letter after, or letter before R. What's that letter?
S.
No, the letter right before R.
Oh, Q. Oh, yeah,
Q. Okay, so the reason I bring up that letter is because just as much as we would have people on and we would talk about that whole side of the issue, I thought we would give equal time to the other side, which is why I brought up the new movement, Blue-Anon.
Blue-Anon.
Blue-Anon. Here, can you see this?
I thought the gong was appropriate for that. Can you say it again? Going on?
And she's leaving us Easter eggs in our secret language.
Oh, shit.
On the election. They wanted to see, they knew all along.
His team made it look like he won, and they cooked the numbers.
The way she walked off that stage.
Her walk-off, I know that walk-off.
When it is dark enough, can you see the stars?
The whole last 4 years have been about setting up DJT.
Prosecutors are not going to show their hand.
We are witnessing the biggest sting in American history. She knows how to handle men like Donnie.
What if they've been playing the ultra long game?
Maybe the yellow represents the Democrats and the red represents Republicans in this election.
Won by this huge margin, called the election that night. Nope, not buying it. Not buying it.
So
now,
that is Blue-Anon.
Can we just stop to appreciate the fact that these same dipshits that yelled and screamed about 2020, about election deniers, are doing literally the same fucking thing?
Yeah.
The hypocrisy is strong. It's really strong. It's just really strong.
Guys, I beseech someone out there. We need a Blue-Anon expert like we had a QAnon expert.
Oh my God. I don't know if I want to know a Blue-Anon expert.
I do. I want to know both. Like, we listen to QAnon. And here's the thing. I admit, I understand. I'm not saying I agree, but I can understand people's need to explore these avenues. Like, especially curious people, they need answers, right? You got to drill down on it. But I also understand that usually the simplest answer is the correct one, right? But I love hearing about it. It's like my need to watch documentaries on conspiracy theories. I may not stop the documentary and believe in it, but at least I had fun listening.
Yeah.
What would a Blue-Anon shaman look like? We saw the QAnon shaman. What would a Blue-Anon shaman look? Excuse me. Hold on a second. Blue-Anon shaman look like?
I think he would have instead of a buffalo head, I think he would have a unicorn head.
I think
or Elizabeth Warren in a fucking Indian
unicorn
headdress.
Giant vagina. A furry.
Yeah, right. Oh my God. Did you just discover that you could make your mic stand do special effects now? And
yeah.
No,
well, he discovered it. He discovered it a while ago, but now he's put it to a practical use.
Only when this group is mentioned, because I think it's proper. It makes sense.
What, Blue-Anon?
What group? This is so good. Oh God. Okay, so we got the Blue-Anon movement, and then we have a resurgence of another movement.
Let me help you out, Margot. Let me see if I can help you out.
No, myself.
I understand. One more time.
You trademarked it.
Margot, what's the Q word?
The QAnon?
There. Now we'll have one for each. You have one for Blue-Anon. We have one for QAnon.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. So as I was saying,
yes,
we have this post-election saw a resurgence of another movement that some of the ladies think is new, but it's not.
Oh no, I think I know what you're talking about.
The Korean movement?
Yeah, very good. Marco did his homework. The South Korean 4B movement that came to prominence in the mid to late 2010s.
Damn. Is this the first time Marco's done research?
No, Marco does research. He was just prepared. Usually he does it on the fly. This time he came in with it. He had that shit in his back pocket. He was like, excuse
maybe
me,
I just know.
Out.
Maybe I just know a lot of shit. I just shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
there's always that. I've been wrong.
He's got that Asian connection. My man's been to Japan. I almost said
Japan. Japan.
Damn.
Oh,
Japan.
Shit.
By the way,
Japan. I've been to Japan.
By the way, I was huge in Japan. I'm just letting you know guys.
Quite literally.
Japan is playing the side stage at Coachella this year.
Yes, they are. Yes, with China.
China.
But yeah, the 4B movement. It's named 4B because where it originated in South Korea, in their language, the term bi, roughly meaning no.
Biatch.
Yeah, biatch. It promotes do not date, get married, have sex, or have children with men.
So with dogs?
I mean, fuck them, eat them, right?
What dogs? What?
I mean, they said the movement said you're not supposed to do these things with man.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Well, and then
the alternative is
our illustrious things were
cats, dogs.
Women, you need to just keep your legs shut until a man treats you with respect, treats you like a human. And I'm like, you were fucking spreading it for guys that didn't treat you with respect or treat you like a fucking human? Like, that's what you were doing? You were kicking your legs open for those guys?
I mean, if you see the videos of somehow the Asian culture gets down, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm talking about the ladies here. I'm talking about in the U.S. They're like, women, and let's be honest.
Too many hoes here.
Let's be honest. 99.8% don't really have the luxury of walking into a bar and picking a guy that they can take home and allow them to fuck her to begin with. That's just, let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a dump truck a dump truck. Some of these women saying, well, I'm not going to fuck any men. It's like,
couldn't to begin with.
Yeah, I don't think that was really.
I think of
up there.
I think of the great Ellen Griswold when she looks at her mother who arrives for Christmas vacation and she says, you promise? You promise? You promise? You promise? You promise? Because I see these women. Okay, I said this to people at work and people in my personal life. And I said, I had blue hair and tattoo.
Yeah.
30 years ago.
Yep.
40 years ago, actually. 40 years ago, if we're really counting. I had blue hair and tattoos 40 years ago. I remember when blue hair and tattoos meant you were cool.
Right.
Now it just means you're on SSRIs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real talk.
I'm disappointed in all my blue-haired people. Where are my real blue? Man, I sent you that poem about being punk rock, and it was so poignant.
Yeah, even though it was pointed towards a different demographic than shall I say us, but it's very, very poignant, and yeah.
So did you guys? So there's a couple of I think topics around this that I wanted to discuss tonight. You guys, I didn't know. Do you guys know The View is still on TV?
Oh my God. The first 4 days after the election was fucking gold going on Twitter or X or whatever, and just watching them have complete and utter fucking meltdowns. It was just mwah, just beautiful. I was just eating that shit up. So good.
Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to spike the ball, right? I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, that's not my thing. But if you're going to put yourself out there to literally freak out in public and not just be like
open season.
Right. So that's the first thing we're talking about is by putting yourself out there, you're putting yourself out for open season. So the View host, Sunny Hostin, Hostin or Costin? How do you say her name?
I don't care. Anyway, one of the dumb twats on the View. Just you could just say one of the dumb twats on the View, and then we can go from there.
Damn, no holds barred.
That's how you really feel.
Right? Just put it out in the world.
Okay. So
it's garbage anyway.
Okay, so should I just play for you what she said?
Go for it. If you get the reel, just drop it.
Fucking whip it out, dude.
Hell yeah.
Uncomfortable, Jack.
Slap that bitch under the table. Let's see.
So she was talking about the holidays, right?
Okay.
And so here's what she had.
Because I really do feel that this candidate, President-elect Trump, is just a different.
Oh, I'm sorry.
See the little thing next to the left of the speaker thing? You hit that.
It won't do it, dude. I
It's just
know
a
what
different
it
type
does.
of candidate. From the things he's said and the things he's done and the things he will do, it's more of a moral issue for me. And I think it's more of a moral issue for other people. We're just, I would say it was different when, let's say, Bush got elected. You may not have agreed with his policies, but you didn't feel like he was a deeply flawed person, deeply flawed by character, deeply flawed in morality. And so I think when people feel that someone voted not only against their families, but against them and against people that they loved, I think it's okay to take a beat.
I have to question it. I don't want to put my kid in that position.
Okay, a couple of things. Is Whoopi transitioning?
No, I think she's just getting old. Doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, we do.
Can I ask a solid question?
You just did. That's another one.
Would you not hit that fucking first chick?
What?
Not with your hands. Like,
Which one?
Not with your hands.
not with your hands. But like,
I wouldn't, because I personally do not find people of that pigment attractive to me personally. Not to saying that she's not, like, she appears to be a good looking person, but I just look, we're attracted to what we're attracted to. I like the white ladies. Where the white women at? Like,
I'm not gonna lie. She's pretty.
Wrong with that.
I'm glad
I might not like her views.
I'm sure she's attractive to some people, but I personally, no, I would not hit that. Like, I don't care. Gun to my head, pull the fucking trigger. I'm not.
For me, it didn't have to do with her complexion so much as the fact that she looked like an alien.
Well, there's that. I mean, it's the whole package.
That was Whoopi Goldberg.
No, Whoopi Goldberg looked like
the Predator.
Whoopi Goldberg has always looked like Whoopi Goldberg. So
right.
You need to excuse me.
Older version of Whoopi Goldberg. Yes. So we're getting there.
Oh.
We already talked about Blue-Anon, Team Curtis. Do you know about Blue-Anon? Hit us up in the chat.
Goddamn fucking party.
So I wanted to bring up the issue because I tried to say this. I understand why people are upset. The same reason I understand those Blue-Anon people that are out there saying Kamala Harris is not going to certify the election because she's the vice president. And that's the whole thing. It's been a trick this whole time, and they're going to lock him up on January 19th. And blah, blah.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
They're going to vote the 14th Amendment and say he's an insurrectionist and blah, blah, blah.
Just stop.
There it is. Just stop.
Just stop.
So here's the thing. I get it, right? I understand.
Yeah, the last bit of hope. The last desperate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just throw it out there.
All you
know where the economy's going.
All you need to know and all you need to see is recently when Kamala Harris showed up for the Veterans Day thing and walked by Jill Biden, and Jill Biden wanted nothing to fucking do with her. Gave her the absolute cold shoulder. Didn't even look like she wanted to shake her hand. Was like,
you didn't see this?
You. Oh my God, so good.
No, not at all.
And
Let
then
me see if I can find the picture. Now,
and then transpose that with when Donnie and freaking Joey Boy were meeting in the White House. That was the happiest I've seen Joe Biden
oh my God.
in fucking years. That shit-eating grin on his face.
You know why?
It's like because
he said to Donnie, he's like, and then I put on a Trump hat.
Yep.
And I told everybody your followers were garbage.
And the two of them were shit talking all the hungry reporters. It was beautiful. I was like, oh my God, this is bringing America together right here. This is glorious.
Right.
Didn't see
like
any of
I would
that.
watch that buddy.
Oh my
comedy.
God. So good. So good. It's just there's just too much good stuff out there right now, guys. Too much good stuff.
I saw him sitting down,
so here's the
talking,
picture.
but he looked lost.
This is the picture. This is at Arlington National Cemetery. And the blonde in the sunglasses is Jill Biden. She was put next to Kamala Harris. She could not sit further away.
Yep.
She shook
There's
everybody's hand.
no seat in between them. There's no seat. See how everybody else is shoulder to
Oh,
shoulder?
it looks like Kamala is like behind her, like in a row.
No, they are sitting right next to each other. And she shook everybody's hand except Harris's.
Yep.
Because first of all, rumor has it that Jill Biden can't stand Kamala Harris anyway. But then for Kamala Harris to have taken the nomination out from under Joe when Joe thought he could stand, and of course, I mean, Jill wants him to stand. Jill wants to, she
wants to run the show.
But what's interesting is with all of this stuff, when people say what Sonny Hostin, I think is how you say it, was saying, is
one of the dumb twats on The View.
Yes. She was saying that she understands people who will not be having family over for Thanksgiving or Christmas based on their political views.
It's hard right now. It's hard right now. Yeah.
It is hard right now.
I got some views on that. First of all,
I'd be curious to know your thoughts on it, Marco. How do you think, because I know your house, your wife, your house has been a house divided on issues that we've discussed on this show, right?
Mm-hmm.
You and your wife haven't always aligned. My wife and I fairly well aligned most of the time. Chuck's and wife and him fairly well aligned. Matt, you guys are a little more close to Marco. You're like halfway between like perfect alignment.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yep.
So I guess that's why I want to speak to you, because I know I was listening to people saying, close friends of mine saying, and I joked with them at dinner saying, I know it didn't go the way you wanted. Is it too soon for me to tell you jokes? And I did. I told them, and I, do you guys hear the one about I walked into Barnes and Noble and I said, hey, can I have Trump's book on his border policies?
This is a good one.
And the cashier said to me, yeah, I need the book on Trump's policies about mass deportation. And the cashier looked at me and said, get the fuck out of here and don't ever come back. And I said, yes, that's the book. That's the one I'm looking for.
Do you have it in paperback?
Yeah.
Right. And I told them that joke and they laughed at dinner and they were like, okay, like the election didn't go the way we wanted it, but that was fucking funny. Right. So as you're seeing your friends, I've seen some of my friends. How much of it is overreaction? No, that was the question.
Oh, that was the
I
question.
thought everybody froze. I was like, fuck, was that my, I looked up. I was like,
how
is that my internet?
much of it is overreaction? How much of it is overreaction?
I mean, since everything just happened, 100%. You know,
think any reaction is a reaction, overreaction at this point, because we've heard that.
No, it's not any reaction. You have the right. Everyone has the right to their feelings. Everyone has the right to be upset or not upset or to cheer, to jeer, to what I'm saying. Like, there's not every reaction is overreaction, but the overreactions are overreactions, and it's reactions based on opinions and not facts, or more reactions based on hypotheses and based on probabilities or not probabilities it's just what's crazy. It's like we don't know yet. It's like, if you don't align with, brace, hope for the best, brace for the worst, but nothing's happened yet.
Right.
Nothing's happened yet.
You have to be realistic.
I get now. I think about my wife. One thing that you said is it's fear and fear of the unknown. And that's valid. Fear of the unknown is valid, 100%. I said, sure, yeah, absolutely. I don't take that away from anybody. Fear of the unknown, that's perfectly fine. But the hysterics, I mean, I'm not that kind of person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one for hysterics. It's it's a hamster wheel. Gives you something to do, but it doesn't accomplish anything.
Right.
Can we talk about the fear of the unknown for a second?
Go.
Right after Trump was Kamala conceded and Trump was the winner, and the next day, all those things started to come out, like where Hamas is like, no, we're done. We want to ceasefire. We want to give up, like this and that, and all that other stuff. Where Russia's like, we're not. United States is no longer an enemy of Russia, and yada yada, this and that, and all those things started. It was like 10 things,
right?
That was sent in the group.
I think it was like 12, but yeah,
yeah. So it's like fear of the unknown, but like all that stuff, all that stuff happened right off the bat. And I'm like, well, that's fucking awesome. That just shows that the unknown, the fear of the unknown, really, I think, rested in the left or the Biden regime because they didn't respect them. But now we have a cabinet and an office that's respected.
But the people who are reacting, the people who we see reacting, don't care about anything what you just said.
Correct.
They don't. Foreign policy. Foreign policy. Okay. They don't pay. They don't. They're not track. I'm just saying it's that the average casket jumper. You know, I'm talking about your casket jumper. You know what I'm saying? Like, grandma died. Take me with you. You know, like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Casket jumper, right? You guys are the person who overreacts, like oversells.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
Panic,
So that's when I say casket jumpers. That's what I'm talking about. That person's like over the top reacting of it, right? Like, Chuck, you are 100% with what you said, right? That is all good. That is all good. That's all that foreign policy and what's going on as far as like we have to worry a little bit less about our military, going overseas and playing. Yes, but the average person, the average casket jumper, and I wouldn't say the average. I'm gonna say like 80-90% of the casket jumpers don't follow that. That has nothing to do with what they're paying attention to, what they're dialed into. You're right. All that shit's good. Saying Russia's saying, yo, saying that motherfucker crazy. He will come down. He will come down over here. So we need to cool this shit out, right? That's all great. Hamas saying, hey, we wanna stop this shit and we're gonna figure shit out. That's great. The Taliban saying, hey, we want to come off the, we want to go the way of organization and we want to come off the terrorist actual list. I mean, good luck to them on that. But that's all great. Saying like the European nation going, hey, we want to go ahead and depend on the U.S. petrol hookup as opposed to their petrol hookup. That's all great. None of the motherfuckers are following that. They're not paying attention to that at all.
No.
So none of those things.
Orange man bad.
None of those things. Well, they're just looking at different things. They're looking at what quote unquote is important to them. It's not quote unquote. It's what's important to them. The issues that are important to them. Which has not come out.
Yeah, you're right. There is no. Well, while there is no precedent for what's about to happen, there is a precedent for a Trump presidency, which we saw 4 years ago, right? And other than COVID, people had it pretty good, right? It wasn't too bad. It like the world did not end the way people predicted when he first got elected.
I had more money in my fucking account post taxes,
right,
than I had before.
Now,
I mean,
here's the thing: how much of what we're seeing now, and I want Marco, I want your assessment of it as an objective person who I truly I know you understand both sides, right? I know you're the person
trying to.
Right, exactly.
But trying to stay in the middle when there's just like extreme pegs on both sides is tough. It's very challenging.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sifting that has to happen now from both sides. Before it was like one side. Now it's fucking both sides. The extreme on both sides is just fucking ridiculous. And try to figure out what is actually plausible. You know what I'm saying? There's like this, and then like this is what's actually possible, but there's all that
How
extra
much,
fucking gray area.
That's what I mean. So how much of what people are feeling, because you know me, Mike,
you know what I'm saying?
I love to lay blame at the feet of the media because they are the scourge of humanity along with marketing companies.
Drama sells.
What's that?
Drama sells, buddy.
Yeah, right. It is. If
headlines,
it bleeds,
drama
right?
sells.
So
Bro.
you drum as much fear as you can up among the general populace.
Yeah, I mean,
and then you take no responsibility when people are freaking out, and you're saying, "Oh yeah, of course they're freaking out. This is legitimate panic." And it's like, no, that's like scaring somebody and saying, "Look how terrified this person is of the world." Like, no, motherfucker, you just scared the shit out of them.
It's legitimate panic that was started by illegitimate ways.
Well, I mean, in the sense, yeah, if you have heard this stuff long enough, right? What does they say? There's I don't know, have any scientific proof, but they say that if you hear a lie 3 times, you start to think of it as truth because you've heard it 3 times.
I heard something different. I heard if you say a lie enough times,
enough times,
it becomes the news.
Well, remember, guys, perceived reality. That's amazing. There's there's perceived reality, and there's like I said before about social justice and social norms have been so skewed that has been so skewed as far as like what is the populace and the popular opinion has become law. You know what I'm saying? Like, or has become belief. Popular opinion, which is an opinion. It's not facts, not popular facts. Popular opinion has become a fact now and law, and that's fucking scary because you're hurting
media, right?
You're hurting sheep. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the average sheep is not gonna dive into the subject matter themselves and figure out whether something is 100% truthful or not, or what their actual factual opinion is. It's the whole like hurry. Which okay, for perfect example, not everyone has fallen into this rack of bullshit, but I find it fucking hilarious when you have a bunch of like people who are LGBTQ plus subscription that will go and be like pro Hamas, pro this and pro that. I'm like, them motherfuckers would behead you.
Oh,
right. You know what I'm saying?
Top of a fucking building. They literally throw you off the top of a fucking building.
Now here's the thing: is stop the war. 100%.
Yeah,
innocent people have no, you know what I'm saying, like the civilians, non-combat civilians being targeted, fucking horrible. Displacement, homes, famine, hunger, disease, all that shit, horrible. Needs to fucking stop. I agree with you, needs to stop. But we're gonna support. We want this to stop, and we want to support this. We'll call them an organization, a group, if you will, whatever the fuck you want to say. And we live our life this way, and they are known, openly fucking known, to fucking hate you,
right?
And to say that you do not need to exist on this earth, and you should be
building.
You should surrender yourself. You should surrender yourself for quick judgment and eradication. That's what they're saying, but yet it's cool. It's fucking cool and the thing to fucking do. So we're all gonna fucking just meh and just flock together and just go right the fuck that way. That's the scary fucking power of social media, misinformation or no information.
Yeah,
disinformation.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you here's the thing,
a big psyop.
I think maybe things were simpler when there was newspapers, right? You heard it from a friend.
Who heard it from a friend?
From a friend who I know you were thinking. You heard somebody say it, right?
Ow.
You checked the newspaper.
Sorry. That's my knuckle.
Right? You heard somebody say it. You checked the newspaper, and then you repeated it to somebody and looked for a third verification. Right? You had two
Hello.
sources. If you had two sources, you could repeat it and ask. True.
Do we lose him?
What's going on?
We lost
You
you, brother.
froze.
I'm
You
saying if
froze,
you
bro.
have two sources.
Right.
Oh, all right. Sorry. We're having a storm up here.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
told the guys this earlier.
Yeah, you're good, bro. We just froze.
So anyway, where'd you last hear?
I heard everything. They lost you, but I didn't. So.
Oh shit! Like yeah,
Oh.
I didn't hear. Yeah,
all
Chuck,
right.
I'm with you. Like I didn't hear shit.
Anyway, now I'm completely derailed.
Oh,
What the hell I was asking.
train of thought is still boarding at the station at this point,
Yeah,
ladies and
exactly.
gentlemen.
All right. No, moving on. So the
I have
next
an
thing we have-
anecdote. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You do. Let's go.
I do. So it's to kind of go back to, because I didn't want to interrupt the flow, so to speak.
Yeah, the
but
flow that got interrupted because then,
but the whole cutting off people because of how you vote. I posted something the day after the election. It was on, coincidentally November 6th, which happens to coincide with that being the day after the election. And it was a little picture, and it had a picture of Kamala and Trump, and it said, "Elections will come and go. Don't let politics ruin your relationships."
I shared that too.
One of the truest signs of maturity is the ability to disagree with someone while still remaining respectful, which I think is true. That's very true.
100% true.
Now, what I wasn't prepared for was the backlash that I received on my personal Instagram.
Wow.
Oh shit!
And so
Really?
I'm going to read one message and my response, and then we can move on.
Okay.
So somebody said, "Sorry, Matt. I have friends on the line. I have friends' rights on the line now. This isn't a difference of opinions. This is a difference of morals. I can also not support someone that supports the convicted rapist. This is a BS argument being used by the oppressors. They don't care how those being directly affected feel." And my retort to that, I said, "See, ... That's what I'm talking about. You can communicate your thoughts in a respectful manner to someone else like you just did. At the end of the day, we are the country and have to live with each other harmoniously. Sure, there are lost causes in both sides of the extreme. Always have been, always will." It's like you proved my point.
Right.
And he went on to say that he's using this as a divining rod, so to speak, or a meter on who to cut out of his life. And I said, so if you are on that side of the aisle and someone voted for Trump, you're going to cut ties with family, friends, whatever. And he goes, yeah. I said, instead of using this as an opportunity for you to present your side and educate and try to persuade somebody to your side, you're just going to fucking cut them off. I said, that's immaturity.
And I know this takes it back to the view that we so weirdly got off topic of. But, one of the hosts was talking about someone saying they wanted to cut family out of their life at Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Because they weren't emotionally ready. Because they weren't emotionally ready to deal with them at dinner, like to be nice to them.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to Arizona for Thanksgiving. Like next Sunday morning, I'm driving out to Arizona with my sister and my 2-year-old, and I'm going to spend the week out there. We're going to have Thanksgiving at my mom's house. And what I'm going to do is when we all sit down, because we always say what we're thankful for, when it comes to my turn, I'm going to say, hey, plot twist. I want everybody let's go around the table and let's say who we voted for. Just as a ha-ha thing, it's not really gonna, but it's like, come on, because my family's super fucking divided. Like, I'm gonna be sharing a tip, and we're all showing up. We all know who each other voted for. We're family. We're all fucking showing up.
So here's a question from somebody who is a friend of the show, and he asked it earlier. But this is how we kept getting distracted. But it says, serious team question. I was disinvited to a Hanukkah party. Now, for those of you who don't know,
hold on. He proposed this. We were deep in discussion, and then he was like, fuck you. I presented 2 questions, and you fucking did it. Good night. And I was like, good night, cupcake. So now we're giving him the floor. But go ahead.
I didn't know you said that. When did you say that?
Oh yeah, in the chat, he put
Oh,
on
in
there.
the chat. He said it in the chat. I was just scrolling through the comments.
No, yeah, in the comments.
No, it's fair.
Well, he brought up a question.
In the
so
comments, brought up a question,
it's all right.
and he was like, nothing, and I was like, we're talking, fool. You know, I said Dylan's on vacation, so I was like, we are monitoring the chat, and then he followed up with, I've handed you all a couple of great questions, no response. Good night, folks.
Bro,
And I responded. I
now?
responded back to that with good night.
I mean,
Cupcake."
I think we're giving him more of a due as opposed to just using that as a topic jump off. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Like we just gave him way more time than we're. Okay,
He might not even be here. He said he was leaving. He
I know,
rage
can
quit.
we-
He rage quit.
Can we just continue with it?
Yeah,
Can we
let's
just
go ahead.
continue with the topic?
So Jews.
Thank you.
So Jews.
so back to
Let's talk about him, all right?
So back to
Curious
Mel Brooks.
question about the Jews. I was denied.
So what I was
to a
gonna
Hanukkah party.
bring up is his disinvitation to the Hanukkah party over the COVID vaccine.
Show me the papers.
Now people are saying you're going to be
It parallels.
disinvited because of how you voted.
Yeah.
I remember when my brother, who those of you who've listened to this show long enough know that my whole life, my older brother was gay. And
I think he still is.
Well, don't ask him that because he doesn't know the answer.
Oh, okay.
Long story. It doesn't matter. My point.
Educated guess. Go ahead.
No, I get it, but long story. Too long for this show.
Okay.
Anyway, my point being is that it was whatever, right? Like it was fine. You know, nobody asked, nobody talked about it. It was just you do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're in a world where everything is decided based on your identity and how you say you are, say you vote, say you this, say you that. So we are at a point where all of these election family things, I looked at my brother, I'm like, is this the same as if you were invited to Thanksgiving because you were gay?
Yes. Yes.
And I like that. Basically, you're telling people, I don't agree on a moral level with their decision.
Yep.
Right.
Right.
And so therefore I am disinviting them from my family events.
Yeah.
And I was struck by the fact that my brother was never disinvited from our family events because he was gay. Right.
Mm-hmm.
He was disinvited because he was high on drugs.
That's reasonable. That's reasonable.
Right.
Yeah,
But he was
absolutely.
never disinvited because he was gay.
That's fair.
But it's like
Now-
that goes back to my thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
It goes back to my thing. It's like you're just gonna like without a conversation. Oh, you voted for the person that I don't agree with, and I have this preconceived notion about it. I've already made up my mind this way about this person, and you voted for this person, so you therefore fall into that camp. And even though you're my blood, since either one of us were born, depending on the age difference, right? I'm not going to have a conversation with you to try to talk to you about why it is that you did that. I'm just going to cut you off. Like you're a piece of shit family member. Like that's
right.
You're a piece of shit.
I get where you're coming from, but I think right now it's like still too soon for people.
No,
Like,
we're
right at
fucking
this very
adults.
moment.
We're fucking adults. You
I agree with
made
that.
you're old enough to fucking drive a 2-ton killing machine to a place to cast a vote that's very important. You're a fucking adult. Like
Right,
sack
right.
the fuck up. Have a conversation about somebody. You're gonna either one side or the other is preaching divisiveness. And this is your opportunity to try to like extend a proverbial olive branch and say, hey, let me hear your side. Like you're my blood. You're not some rando on fucking social media. You're my blood. You're somebody I grew up with. I live with. You're my blood. Let's talk about this. And you're gonna cut that off? No, you're a fucking piece of shit.
You should be able to respect both sides' opinions, especially when you're family. But a lot of the shit that I've been hearing coming down the pipe, it's like during the election and all that stuff, and then after, and kind of like what you said in that message. Oh, I know people whose rights are on the line. I'm assuming it's probably towards abortion rights and things like that,
Which are not. Side note, I asked him. I said, "What rights of your friends are on the line? Please tell me. I want to know if I fucked up. What rights are on the line?" It's been crickets.
So, and when we're talking about like the abortion stuff, that was given back to the states. So you can't be mad at the president or the president-elect for that fucking for that policy. He gave it back to the states because he thinks it's important enough for each state that these people live in to vote on it, so that the whole country isn't deciding for that person's state. It's up to the state. And so if you're mad at anyone, you should be mad at the fucking state.
And for that whole side of the aisle who idolizes Ruth Gator Ginsburg, we all know who that is, right? I mispronounced her last name. Whatever. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I'm a little drunk. I've had a fucking. I've had a Bader Ginsburg.
I pictured her with like cowboy boots and a
RGB, right? The t-shirts, her and her glasses, RGB. Anyway,
Ruth Gator Heinberg.
Yeah. Look up what she wrote about Roe v. Wade. Just. I'm not even gonna say it here. Just
Roe v. Ruth.
Look up her thought.
RGB. What?
Just do a Google. RGB. Roe v. Wade thoughts.
Okay.
The Supreme Court justice the left idolizes as a woman champion and blah blah blah, thought the same thing, that Roe v. Wade was a mistake and it should have always been at the state level.
Yeah.
She believed that Roe v. Wade case had based the right to abortion on the wrong argument, a violation of the woman's privacy rather than a gender equality.
Wow, are you all right over there? She's
Marco's fucking shit up, buddy.
It's one of those, like, I try to grab something and like Jenga the rest of
it was
the
just not working out how you
I'm over here like every 30 seconds looking over. I'm sure you guys are busy. I'm like, oh
no, but it's like this is somebody that they put up on a pedestal and like rah rah rah, and it's like fucking read what she said.
They put Margaret
like,
Sanger up on a pedestal, and she wanted to eliminate minorities through abortion.
Exactly. So it's like, come on, like let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. Let's not just cut off family members.
So before we end the episode, because we're running out of time,
and I gotta pee.
We talk about how this is the first time in my entire life that the cabinet picks and nominees to.
Oh my god.
Dude, it is like the NFL draft.
Oh my god,
it's an all fucking star team, dude. It's like
here's the thing. Here's the thing. People are watching. People are paying attention. People are tweeting in real time.
Oh yeah.
You will never see, like, whether you voted for somebody or not. You will never see in your lifetime such a instant NFL draft, NHL draft. Like, there is a need for social media to get there first.
The creation of a whole nother government entity to fucking disrupt the entire government entity. Like, oh my god, this is exciting times.
There's the punk rock in Matt and I that are
fuck, man. Someone's coming going and what would you say you do here? Cool, you're fired. What would you say you do here? Yeah, you're fired. What do you think you do here? Oh yeah, you're fired. Like, it's happening. It's so great. Oh my god.
If you're gonna walk in with the sink like Elon Musk did the day one on Twitter.
So Elon Musk is the Elon Musk is the co-chair of the Department of Government Efficiency, and when he took over Twitter, he fired 80% of their staff.
Yep, and it ran just fucking fine. Fucking fine. Fine. It's still going. It's great. It's better than it was before.
Yeah. So
fucking just lopping fucking heads.
I will say this. So to the detractors, Jesus, I can't say that. Marco, to the detractors, I want to remind you that you always have this leg to stand on.
Me?
To the
I was gonna pull my penis out.
Yeah.
Little itty bitty one.
Yeah. Hey, a leg's a leg. Doesn't matter how big it is, right?
Oh my!
It's a cockeyed tripod. I'm always leaning forward.
You're a. Oh my god. Anyway,
sorry.
Marco. So we're talking. We got completely derailed. I apologize for my words. And now they've completely derailed my train of thought once again.
You're welcome.
So my point being, when you have people that you are trying to cut out of your life for their votes, right? Like people now are following. They're cutting people out of their life as if the political system is now such a fundamental religion that being a Democrat or being a Republican means I'm cutting you out of my life. And now you have people who are watching the appointments to, like, Tulsi Gabbard is the National Intelligence Advisor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. She's a Democrat.
Was
true. Robert F. Kennedy comes from a Democrat family.
Yep.
Right. And they have. He says he's going to do the health stuff.
Oh, I'm so fucking excited.
So
good.
I want people to understand. Look at what's happening. Like, take a step away from social media. Take a step away from CNN and MSNBC and Fox News and all the, like, News Nation, and I can't even remember how many. There's so many now. Daily Wire, Joe Rogan, right? Take a step away and look at what the policy says and go, is this better for me? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if England can put ketchup on the fucking shelf that says it's made from tomatoes and vinegar and sugar, and then
all
ours is 17 more ingredients and they're all chemicals.
Witness it. Witness it firsthand. First thing I did when I went to Sweden the first time was grabbed a Heinz ketchup bottle and saw the 5 ingredients versus the fucking 23 here in the U.S.
Right. Yep.
So I guess we will talk about the cabinet picks because people are bitching about Secretary of Defense. People are bitching. Marco Rubio. He called him Little Marco for so many years, and now he's the Secretary of State. Right? Yep. Tulsi Gabbard is the National Intelligence Advisor. Like, he's Gates. Matt Gates is the Attorney General. Like, these are big appointments.
And look, to be fair, some of them need Senate, hearings to get confirmed. But
he
some of them
controls
need confirmation.
But control the Senate and the House.
It's gonna fly through. Like, these are not there. Right. There's no question.
Red wave.
This is what I mentioned earlier. And this is where Marco, I wanted to remind people who you know and I know that are feeling kind of sad right now. If Trump's team has control of the House and the Senate and picks all these crazy people, quote unquote, to head up all these agencies, and it goes terribly wrong, they have literally no one to blame but themselves. And as a person who is honest about this whole thing, I'm looking at them with high expectations saying, okay, you have promised a lot of shit. You have promised a lot of shit. Healthcare reforms, chemical in our food, right? Like, we're talking about nuclear power. We're talking about, like, all these are big conversations, and we've been promised reforms. Now you have complete control. Put up or shut up. Put up or shut up. I don't know. Do you guys feel like me? Like, I want people to be done. Like, if you can do it, you can do it. You have the majority. Do it.
Yeah. Do it.
Why not?
This is the time to do it. This is the time to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
you can't blame it on anybody else but yourselves if it doesn't go right. You have complete control. Right. So if your ideas are the best ideas, do it. And let's see.
And watch it fucking just make America great again.
I mean, look, you know what? At the end of the day, this whole constitutional republic, because fuck all you idiots that call it a democracy, this whole constitutional republic is the greatest experiment in the history of time. And we're learning from it, and it's always evolving, and it's always just moving one way or the other. So it's like, that's a whole other podcast for people that call American democracy.
Yeah,
I got this for you.
All right. So how do we end the show? Big joke energy with drinks in our faces.
I should because I've been like AWOL for a while.
Do we have some emails or something? Or
we got, I'm
calls?
sure we have a bunch of shit. I'm pulling it up right now. Ill prepared, but that's me. Here we go. Yeah, we got a shit ton of we got voicemails, we got emails, we got all sorts of shit.
Oh, bring up a voicemail. Can we fire off a voicemail?
Yeah.
Thomas, you want to pull up some voicemails?
I'm working on that right now.
All right, let's see. We got some what's up Chucks for later, for another day. We got some tattoos for another day. Oh, let's see here. Oh, there we go. I hear a voicemail. I heard something. I heard something happen there. We got to make ourselves look good for Mark. Mark just happened to.
We just got thrown into his algorithm.
Yeah. Mark said, no idea how you popped up in my algorithm, but sup, dudes?
Mark, we love you.
Welcome. It's sometimes it's more of a shit show than this. Sometimes it's less of a shit show than this. But welcome to the show.
Okay, I got a voicemail. You want to play it?
Play it.
Yeah.
I mean,
just raw dog it. Don't even just.
I'm saying, just fuck it. Just shoot.
Fire it out.
Second time caller. A group of Amish. Hi, fellas. Steve from Ohio again. Long time listener. Second time caller. A group of Amish ladies were working in the garden the other day, and one pulls out a big old carrot. She goes, "Ooh, this reminds me of Ezekiel." Of course, the other ladies snicker a little, and one pipes up and goes, "Oh, is it that big?" And she says, "Oh no, it's just that dirty."
Oh damn!
Oh, that was good. I like that. Do you have an email?
Hold on, I'm typing. I'm responding to the chat because Dylan's fucking drunk on vacation.
Yeah, god damn it. That's why our podcast today was so messed up. He copied and pasted because he's drunk on vacation. Damn it.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. You want the next one, or are you gonna read the email?
I'm still typing. I'm
Okay,
fucking
here.
henpecking. I do this shit.
Here you go.
Hey guys, I just listened to the podcast and actually heard my voicemail being played. I was the death camp.
The death camp.
Y'all are more than welcome to give me a call so I can better explain. Phone number is going to be 20.
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate
Furthermore, you fucking asswipes that fucking call in. We play
Yeah.
your shit live sometimes.
Yeah.
Don't
leave
put
your...
information on your voicemail that you don't want the world to hear.
Right, there we go.
Steve from Ohio. Long time listener, first time caller.
Hey.
The other day I was eating out at Grandma.
Oh no, we heard that one.
Yeah.
He's eating at grandma.
Yeah, we heard that one. All right. So the latest one is our fellow from Ohio. So
now I'm back.
Okay, good.
I have an email here. I don't know what it's about. It's from this cat named Ethan, and it was sent over the day before Halloween, so we're behind. And it said bar episode Charlie 2430 is the title. You want me just to read it and see what the fuck happens?
Sure. Fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Here we go. What's up, fuckers? It's Charlie. I just turned 25 in the middle of October. I use my middle name for my YouTube account, but I'm in Casper, Wyoming, so I think Tom is the closest to me. I do have short videos of the absolute worst and funniest things we've seen at the bar. I'll have to find them.
Please
the bar
do.
we usually end up at is the more ghetto bar of the town, but it's also the most fun. And it's a 5-minute walk from my house, so I can leave my car at home. If any of you ever make your way out here, let me know. I'll send the videos I have through Insta, or I'll compress them and send them from email. Ethan in Casper, Wyoming, send the videos. I don't know where Casper, Wyoming is. I've never been to Wyoming. Been to just about every other
I've been to
goddamn
Wyoming.
state.
It's beautiful. Wyoming is beautiful.
I'm not doubting it's not beautiful. I just never have had a reason to go there, but it sounds like I have a reason to go to Casper, Wyoming and find an Airbnb relatively close to the 5-minute walk it is from his house to this bar so we can be entertained. So yes, absolutely. Ethan, send the fucking videos. Same email you sent
do a
us.
bar tour.
We got, you know what? Like I need to work some more and like get some, like I need to get the fuck out of California, first of all. Get the fuck out of California by summer of 2025 is the goal. For real.
Sooner.
No, it's fucking happening. Summer 2025.
I'm telling you, sooner.
So
Right.
if I can, if I had more days out on set making actual money, I get the fuck out of here. You know, and have some more disposable income to fly around the country and fuck off in bars with.
Well,
fans.
I think we've covered it enough. We're going to go back to the cabinet picks, and we're going to talk about the freakouts, and we're talking about the douchebags we've interviewed on War Stories. And we're just going to keep going because, holy shit, life, what is it? Life comes at you pretty fast.
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
And you'll be all right.
Until next time, you can go ahead and get a hold of us on lockerroommailbag@gmail.com. Once again, that's lockerroommailbag@gmail.com, or you can leave us a voicemail. That's area code 818-280-9822. Dylan's not here, so we don't have the Twitter information, or the TikTok information. I think it's War Stories Locker Room, or War Stories Locker? Is it War Locker? I don't remember. Oh, there it is. TikTok.com.
It's at the bottom.
War Stories Locker Room. Oh, all one word. War Stories Locker Room. That's on the digital tiki-talkie. Again, thank you for listening to us and sitting here with our banter and putting up with us. We appreciate you. Best way to help us is to like, subscribe, share, and most important, engage with the content. Yeah, just even if you tell us to fuck off, it helps. Believe it or not, it helps. So whether you like us or not, engage.
Yeah. And Mark, come on back every Wednesday-ish, around 8:30 Pacific.
Ish.
We
did
we
call
do this
audible and go early last time.
Yeah.
We've been known
That's
to be
okay.
early.
Yes.
So it's okay. We can be premature sometimes. Anyways.
Yeah, we gotta go now on that.
Until next time.
Jesus.
Hey, I gotta talk to you boys about a beer branding opportunity.
You say beer branding?
Yep.
Like the drink?
Oh my god, I have to
or facial
piss.
hair?
How long is this gonna take? I forgot to bring my jug.
All right. How come I
Who's
judge?
gonna